Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the workshop again. Let's see what we got here today then. DF33D. What even is this? This is something old. This is and cheap as well. It's a 12 volt, got a 12 volt battery. Normally I wouldn't even bother working on this, it's just not worth it. It's not worth the time. But I thought it could be interesting. Take it apart and see what's wrong with it and fix it if we can, make a YouTube video. The customer says that the chuck doesn't work, and I've already had a look at the chuck here, but we can do it, see it again. It spins fine here, but that does not sound good. It's almost like this just jumps over the torque settings, and I can feel here that this doesn't want to turn at all. So it's going to be really difficult to get the chuck off this. We can start off by taking the screw out of the middle. We're quite lucky with this one that the chuck is actually open. If the chuck was closed, then we'd never be able to get it off. But because it's apparently stuck open, we can get a screwdriver in there and undo the screw holding the chuck on. So let's see, and this is a left-hand screw, so we want to turn it to the right to undo it. Can I even fit this in there? Here we go. Just got this little impact screwdriver that I use on these. So just to be clear, it feels like there's a problem with the torque adjustment and the chuck, because the chuck is also, when I turn it to the right, it turns, but it doesn't adjust the chuck at all. So there's probably a problem in the gearbox and the chuck. Okay, let's open it up. And because I can't lock any Allen keys or bits in here, I can't turn it from this side. Should probably take the battery off. Let's have a look inside here then. Oh, what was that? Where did that come from? It's supposed to be in here. Which one's 1 and 2? So I think the 2 should be forwards. Not sure why that was hanging off like that. Let's try and put this in here. Maybe 1's forward on these ones, because obviously that has to hook into here. Let's just try and put it back together and see if that made a difference. I didn't see if that came off just when I separated the shell. No, it's no difference. That must have just came off when I separated the shell. Okay, so these ones have just got a small motor, brushed motor in them. They're not brushless. And then the trigger mechanism looks a little bit more advanced on this. You can see down here there's a diode at the bottom there. I don't think there's no problem with this half, so we'll put this to the side. So I think this one twists off the back. Why doesn't this turn, even with the gearbox out? That's strange. I really need to get the chuck off. Now, I built a little tool before for holding these, but I don't think it's going to work on this one because it's got a different kind of mechanism. I don't know if you can see this, but the splines on the shaft here are different from the more modern, expensive ones, the 18-volt ones. So that the tool that I made is not going to work. So maybe I need to make another tool. You can see the shape of this. It's completely different. So that slots over the shaft and, oh, this should spin the chuck, shouldn't it? Oh, it just feels horrible, that's why. It does spin the chuck, it's just, oh, something wrong in there. So I need to make something that I'm gonna be able to put on this and turn it. Okay, here's my plan. I've got an M8 nut here, a flanged nut, and I'm going to cut out, make some small cuts in the side of it so that it fits over the top of those pins, and then I can either put the chuck in a vise and use a shaft to turn the nut, or yeah, it's going to have to be that way. It's going to have to be that way. I'm going to put that in the vise and I'm going to use the nut to turn this. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm just going to mark out where those pins sit on the nut. There we go, you can see I marked that. Obviously at home you can use like a hacksaw or something, but I've got this nice pneumatic cutting disc. It's got a small disc on it. It's good for this kind of small work. Okay, now we'll offer it up to the what do you call this? Carrier. The carrier. See if it fits. Look at that. Fits pretty well. So I think it's a normal thread on this, which means that you undo it. So just normally undo. It turns freely. That's not a good sign. Unless it is actually unscrewing it, which I don't know. It doesn't feel good, let's put it that way. Doesn't feel like it's unscrewing. Normally it would be a lot of resistance and you'd hear it. Try and use the small impact driver. Aha, look what happened when I tried to do it up. 2 of the holders came out. Huh, but not the third one. Where is the third one? I think the third one's broken. It's broken off. I wonder if we could get an Allen key in here and see if that makes a difference. Okay, I've got an Allen key that fits this one. Do you know, my vise is actually broken. This had a 10-year warranty on it and I managed to break it, but I did use an extremely long pole, so maybe it wasn't really designed for that. I used a long pole to hold the handle while I was doing something up really tight, and yeah, wasn't really strong enough. Anyway, that's in place now. Oh, you can't really see that now. Can I move this? Maybe I can move this. Ah, there we go, that worked. So basically I managed to get it to grip on the Allen key with the only 2. Yeah, we got it off. Brilliant. So now I need to see what's wrong with this torque adjuster. Alright guys, I think I'm stopping it there. Don't want the videos getting too long. There'll be a part 2 coming soon. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it. Cheers.